We had the kitchen redone because it was the original kitchen from the house, which was built in 1965. And other than the ovens that we had replaced, everything else was the original. The dishwasher and the sink, and it was just ugly, really ugly.
My mom's the cook in the house.
Well, I'm pretty much the cook in the kitchen. The kids like to help.
She usually lets me shred potatoes, cut carrots, do a lot of stuff.
Chris is more the outdoor barbecue guy.
My expectations, I don't know what to expect. It's going to be a lot of, I don't know if it's going to be chaos or organized chaos, but it'll be fun.
Hello.
How are you? Hi. Here we are.
How you doing? How are you?
Hey.
Nice to see you.
When I met with the Utz family, they wanted to make homemade pasta. So today we made homemade fettuccine carbonara, and we made it with prosciutto and asparagus. Finished it with a sunny side up egg. Doesn't get any better than that.
Today I made 2 appetizer dishes. One of them was a fresh roasted vegetable terrine with goat cheese, and the other one was a goat cheese roasted red pepper with some fresh basil roulade. Finished them with a little sun-dried tomato pesto and a little regular fresh basil pesto.
We made some burger flights, made some platters of burgers as appetizers sort of thing. We did beef burgers with bacon and cheddar. We did our blackened Cajun burger. We also did our veggie burger for them. And then, of course, we did our crab cake. Basically put together a nice little sampler. Everybody could have a little bite of each one.
And Maddie asked for tiramisu.
Yeah, I wanted to do that because I watched the Cake Boss and they make tiramisu, so I wanted to try it.
It's so light, it's so fresh, it was wonderful.
When we made the roasted red pepper roulades, we roasted off some red peppers in the oven with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper. And we laid the pepper out on a cutting board, put some prosciutto di Parma on it. We took some fresh basil leaves, and then we spread some goat cheese right on the top of it. Rolled it up real tight, and with a very sharp knife, just cut it in small little medallions. Placed them for plate presentation with a little pesto, and served them to the table.
Like when you usually cook, you usually think really hard and try not to mess up, but you just kind of relax with art.
Okay, Eli. Now let's really hit them up with something really good. We're going to do a roasted vegetable terrine. We took eggplant, yellow squash, zucchini, red peppers and yellow peppers, and of course goat cheese and some fresh sauteed spinach. We put them in a oiled clear glass Pyrex dish. We built it up in levels and layers and colors. We pressed it down with a heavy weight. We were able to flip it upside down, slice it thin with a sharp knife, and then finish it with a little sun-dried tomato pesto or regular fresh basil pesto.
The highlight was cooking with Tucker, making the sliders, the veggie burgers, and the crab cakes.
Chris is going to help me make some burgers. You do some barbecuing normally?
Yes.
Okay, well, we're going to do some cute little burgers, some appetizer style things. I'm going to show you how to make our Katrina burger today. Blackened Cajun burger with caramelized onions and crumbly blue cheese. We took the cast iron skillet, we got it really hot, we put it up on the stove, placed the burgers that were lightly seasoned on top of that blackened pan, put a little bit of butter on there. That got a little bit of fire, a little more browning going, and was really able to build a nice crust on those burgers. I'm going to throw a little bit of this crumbly blue on here. You want to throw just a little dollop on each one. Take a little caramelized onion, just less is more, just a little bit on top.
Learned a lot. It was a good learning experience.
It was fun to cook with Chris. I would have loved to get on his barbecue with him, but he was quite a help, and I was glad to have him there to be an extra couple hands to make things happen. Made my job easy. Now the nice thing with the small burgers, if you want one more of these, you can go back for it. Otherwise, you can move on to something else.
No, these are really good.
Real good. Cheers. Here. Nice job.
Well, one of the things they're going to do is make homemade pasta, which I've never done.
So Lisa, when I met with Maddie, her favorite thing in the world was homemade pasta carbonara. That's what we're going to make today. We're going to make fettuccine from scratch. We're going to use our cool pasta machine.
It was a lot easier than I thought. It took very little time.
She was really amazed at how easy it was. It's 4 cups of flour, 4 eggs, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 3 tablespoons of water. A little pinch of salt. You knead it, put it through the pasta machine, it cuts the pasta for you. It's simple, and it's easy, and it's fresh pasta. You can't beat that. For the sauce, we julienned some prosciutto, and we steamed off some asparagus, garlic, heavy cream, Romano cheese, and you crack an egg right in the sauce, and that thickens the sauce so that it coats the pasta nicely.
I'd never put a raw egg into sauce before like that to thicken it with the cream.
Other ways you make it, you put a roux in there and you want to cook the flour down, but the egg makes it such a nice creamy finish.
The
The tiramisu is one of my favorite dishes, and I had the opportunity of making that with Maddie.
Krista was really easy to work with. She taught me how to separate an egg. You crack the egg and then you move the yolk from one eggshell to the other, and while you're doing that, all the whites fall into the bowl.
We used the mascarpone, cream cheese, equal parts. We added a bit of sugar, egg yolks to that, while we had our whites whipping with just a little bit of sugar in that as well. We folded that all together and layered that in a nice glass with the lady fingers. Just dip quickly into Kahlua and a good espresso, finishing it with just a bit of cocoa powder after refrigerating it.
It was awesome. The meal was very, very good.
With the pasta carbonara and the vegetable terrine, some things I'd never had before.
My favorite was the tiramisu and the pasta.
Watching my children cook with these chefs was priceless.
It kind of made our family a bigger family with all the new chefs.
The Utz family, come dine with me.